Now I will write one function. So in that function, how to write the exception handling code. Okay, how to capture that exception. See here, we are discussing different types of exceptions, right? But coming to the real time, just you will write one function or procedure. So in that you will write your code, and after that you will go to your home, and next day you will come to the office. Okay, so between yesterday and today, what kind of exceptions raised by the PostgreSQL? So how can you know that? Okay, so once that function or procedure is called by passing different parameters, exceptions will come or will not come. Okay, that is not in our hands. Okay, so if you pass valid parameters to that function, then it will not raise any exceptions. If you pass invalid parameter values, then some exception will rise. That exceptions, developer should know what kind of exceptions raised by the PostgreSQL. So after that, he has to open that function or procedure to write the code for handling that exceptions. Okay. So for that, we need to create one table. Create table, or else better to go to the tool. It will be faster. So I'm going to create the table error message, and here serial number, big serial, and error code, char varying, and error message, char varying, and store procedure or function. Okay, name, char varying, and when that exception raised, that is timestamp without time zone. Okay, now I'm going to create one, not here, create or replace fn underscore exception Here I am passing parameters, integer, not integer, emp dot better to take one table. I'm going to take one table, that is test EL underscore exception, and here columns employee number, big int, and ename character varying, and this thing I'm making this column as not null, and here salary integer. Okay, and I'm going to put the unique key constraint for employee number. Unique key emp number. This is the key name, and the column name is employee number. TBL underscore exception. This is table name. Here employee number percentage type, and P underscore ename table name dot ename percentage type, and P underscore salary table name dot salary percentage type. Okay. So returns table STS status integer and message text language pgSQL as dollar here end begin here. I'm going to write small insert query table name and emp number ename and salary. Here values and p underscore p underscore p underscore. So and writing exception. Okay. See, here I can write different kind of exception. Like, see, here employee name is not null. Okay, that means not null constraint will be there for employee name column, and so that I can write the exception code for not null constraint. Okay, and employee number is the unique key. I can write the exception handling code for unique key constraint. Okay, so we have already written that. Take this and put it here. Okay, and if not null constraint exception, then insert error message of column names select star from error message, error code, comma, error message, comma, sp underscore function name. Values. So for error code, we can write SQL state. Error message SQL error message. Okay, and function name. This is the function name. Okay, and created, you can write default timestamp. Okay, so we can write the insert query here. Suppose if unique key constraint kind of exception will be there, then I can write the insert query like that. Okay, so when others then and here return query, I have already defined the column names 400, and in others block we used to write something went wrong. Okay, so is there anything missed? Okay, we will check. Create or replace function. Function has been created. I will pass the parameters now. Select star from employee number, that is integer, one, and employee name, and here salary 1000. Okay, I didn't write anything here. So return query, select 200 and save success. What is the table name? TBL exception table. Here one record has been inserted earlier. Okay, so when I'm trying to insert one more record, exception will come, but here that exception name, it is not coming in table. Okay, so I have missed this statement. And you can, if you want to see that message here, you can see. You can see that message, but in real time we will not display this kind of message. Okay, so put this entire code in comment, or else you can cut that code. Okay, now execute it. Something went wrong only, it will display. That means simple exception keyword, and when others return this something went wrong. And how can we know that which kind of exception will come? Means go to the error message table and you can check whether when that error has come, and particular by using this created column. Okay, and this is the function name. This is error code. Okay, for example, I am giving another values like giving 2 and save success. Okay, that means employee number is unique, so 2 is not available, so that it will accept. So if I ignore this column employee name, that is having not null constraint. Okay, and execute this. Now see, something went wrong. So how can we know that? Exception name, go to the error message table, not null value in e name of relation table violates not null constraint. So that means you have missed that employee name while inserting the data into the particular table. So please consider that column name. It is saying like that. Okay. So if we give, see, if you give valid values, then I can get the output, save success kind of output. See, okay. So this is the way to write the exception handling code in function. Okay.